Ngayon, pag-uusapan naman natin yung mga favorite nating mga stocks and ideas that can help you make money this week and make money in the future. I think we'll have a different section this morning. First, I'll be talking about some strategy. So if you can just share the part of the slides there. No? So for Strat Talk,
I'll share.
Ang pag-uusapan natin is that what are the industries that work well, what works well in an easing cycle. So again, if you have stuff to, some ideas here, some questions, let us know in the comments. I think we do have a question here from Bea, but mamaya pag-uusapan natin yan. But if you have, some feedback on what we're talking about, what you want to hear in the future, where you want to hear this, then the QR code is available in the screen. So yeah, pag-uusapan natin, what are the industries or companies that work well in an easing cycle? So remember, bumababa yung interest rates natin. So firms and households can expand, can buy more stuff. So ano yung binibili ng mga tao? So there are 3 industries that we would like to encourage people to look for opportunities in. So first of all is real estate. Hindi secret sa atin yan. It is one of the purchases that you actually need the bank to be able to complete. So it's impossible, at least for vast majority of people, to buy a house or real estate property without borrowing from the banks. And generally, if you have a lower interest rate environment, lumuluwag yung mortgage ng mga tao, although not instantaneous, because you have to let the banks sort of adjust that after a period of half to 1 year to 1.5 years, right? But it's coming. Right? So, ang warning lang natin dyan, I think, take a look at the supply situations in the major property providers. I think, based on some people I've spoken with, there is some sort of an oversupply happening, especially with the big manufacturers. And also, yung recent banning of POGOs may have also exerted some pressure or some weakening of the demand for real estate. But again, over a medium to long time, we expect this industry to really benefit from this one. So I think we were informed. May 30 seconds na tayo from the opening of the market bago tayo mag-continue.
Yeah.
I think very exciting ngayon. Tignan na natin kung sisipa yung mga real estate companies, consumer discretionaries, and banks. Again, instant feedback, or will the market even continue its meteoric rise, so to speak, right? So yan, again, welcome to the markets. Gentlemen, it's 9:30. The market has just opened. Sige, bago tayo mag-continue with the Strat Talk, let me just show you guys what's may nakahanda ka bang heat map dyan, sir? Lagin lang natin yung account ko. So I can show you guys the heat map. Ayun, so dito na. Ayan, so I think the markets are up and the largest gain is Ayala Land. So parang nagkatotoo yung sinabi. Diba Ayala Land? Yung first natin. So 1.81% increase in Ayala Land. We also have other companies there. Arit also, again, this is a dividend stock, no? But umaangat yan, di ba? This is supposed to be based on the percentage, right? We also have SM Prime Holdings. I think the property sector is leading the pack in this market's rally. So very interesting, no? Right? So mukhang nagkakatotoo na, gentlemen. So sige, moving back to our slides, no? Yun lang ang next natin siguro sa tech natin. Baka may dalawang screen, I don't know. Baka pwede yan, right? So,
I'll share the...
Sige, yung mga slides ulit natin. So, pagpatuloy lang natin yung discussion. No? So, first is real estate, as you may have seen. The markets are recognizing this because lower interest rates would mean easier it's going to be easier to buy property. And there are also opportunities. Kaya nakita naman kahit yung mga REITs natin, di ba, nag-aangatan din. So, we have ARIT. We're not shy in liking that particular strategy. And so are the other property companies. Next item natin, yung consumer discretionary. During an inflationary period, guys, pag tumataas sa mga presyo, the first things that we stop spending on are the luxuries, no? So dati kung bibili ka ng mga Garmin watch mo na sobrang mahal for running, medyo magtitimpi ka muna sa mga, kunyari, yung phone mo muna, you bring it. So, but now that interest rates are going through, or we are going through an easing cycle, then we can see a resumption of some interesting stuff in consumer discretionary. So entertainment pieces also. I'll try to look into these companies. And finally, medyo controversial, but banks have it both ways during easing and tightening cycles. Now, in the short run, di ba, pag nag-ease yung interest rates, yung kanilang kita bababa initially. But again, we all know that that's not really the case. They try to hold it as long as possible until they had to go down. But again, you're relying on that elasticity, that once you have lower prices of money, lower pricing for loans. Ito sir, baka pwede mong i-full slideshow yung slides natin,
Yeah.
sir. Nakita na natin yung mga recommendation. Baka hindi na panoorin ng mga tao. Joke lang. Anyway, so diba, there's we wanna borrow more, and I think if you are holding on to big credit cards, you're gonna start the cycle of them calling you, sir, may mga loans kami, bababa ng loans, diba? Use your credit card. So again, that's going to push a bit of the spending, but make sure that you have the banks that are much more technologically adept. Pag dumami yung number of borrowers, they can tend to address all of these borrowers. Try to stay away from insurance, for instance, not naman insurance policies, but insurance companies, because syempre, they're quite sensitive in terms of interest rates. They're not, out there naman buying stocks left and right. They have fixed income to fund so they're pretty much controlled in that respect. So lower interest rates might mean lower profitability. And finally, yung mga more traditional banks who rely on the net interest margin entirely to be able to make money. So again, the UBs, universal banks that have done well. Also, watch out for some trading gains. So, dati, di ba, when easing happens, you see all of these prop trading desks, go wild with their trading. So, both on fixed income and also both on equities. So, very much interesting. Right, so there. That's yung strat talk natin this morning. So, again, we're looking at 3 industries that could work very, very well during this easing cycle. You have real estate, consumer, discretionary, and the financials/banks. All right. So, let's move on to our next, sige. Our next slide, I think, is going to be with Moses, right? Yeah. Sure. Go ahead.
So, again, ito yung second week na nag-look back tayo sa previous mga picks natin. But it's because yung mga stocks pick natin, it's working. So, again, last week, it's Globe. So, right now, Converge. So, technically, almost the same subsector. Although, na-mention nga ni JC, yung Converge, yung difference lang niyan, hindi siya full telco service yung pinoprovide niya. Pero majority of the income ng Converge comes from fixed broadband internet services, which is residential yung majority, and medyo minority yung maliit na portion ng revenue nila comes from enterprise customers or mga businesses. So Converge, same kasi an industry uptrend move in the telco business. So technically, when I check kasi yung mga stocks na to for my style as an active investor, I look at the market first. Maganda ba yung market? Is it going up? Uptrend ba? Then next, I look for a sector or subsector that has the strongest technicals or technically nangunguna sa other sectors na it's going up or the trend is going up. And then within that sector, titingin ngayon ako ng mga stocks na malalakas. Let's say may nakita akong isa, Globe. Pasok siya dun sa mga criteria ko, tapos it seems like it's going up. Tapos pagtingin ko, within the same group, may kasama pa siya. PLDT and then Converge. So it gives me an idea na itong sector na to is really strong. And if if I were able to identify kung ano yung pinakamalakas na stocks within those 3 stocks, I would be able to have a more or less risk, mas better risk-reward investment. So, kaya pag nakita nyo dito si Converge, actually last week, it's up by 19% on a weekly time frame, which is for a corporation like Converge na medyo alam na nating malaki na yung market capitalization nito. For it to increase ng 19% within 1 week, it's pretty huge and for me, of course, as an active investor, if I was able to, di ba, if nakabili kayo dito, 19%, di ba, malaki na talaga siya.
Yeah. So again, sobrang casual lang ni Moses JC, picks natin gumana eh. Yeah, di ba, sa gumana talaga. So dito, di ba, we were talking about this particular slide. I think if may look back din tayo sa clips natin, then di ba, pinag-uusapan natin dito yung parang labanan of the the resistance and support line. Nakita mo, di ba? The market is trying to move sideways, but every time it pushes every time until boom, it goes up to 14 pesos. So again, kung nanood ka ng morning huddle na naman, guys, last weekend. At Converge, okay
Kumita
pa.
ka na naman.
Kumita ka na, may 19% ka na. So, diba, 1 week lang yun, gentlemen. So, imagine mo, kunyari, pupunta ka sa yung mga banks that offer like percentage of return, you're talking about 6% every annum. So, yung 6%, 1 year mo antayin. Ito parang 1 week lang, may 19% ka na. So, pwede ka na magpahinga. Of course, we're not saying to people na 100% that we got this 100% always. Na it's always a probability game. But based on our collective knowledge, no, makita niyo naman yung approach namin dito, di ba? We start with the background and macro. Is there any basis for any rally? We take a look at individual industry. We take a look at individual stocks. Anong tingin namin na mura at aangatan? I think it's paying off. We're not saying that we're 100% on these things as well, but at least on the ones that we really like, and also in the past, kahit yung mga DG Plus namin in Chelsea, okay pa rin. But this one is really fantastic, right? I mean, I think we also tried to buy this before, so I think we're enjoying that 19%. Na fantastic, no? Again, sige.
So, medyo nakakatawa to kasi.
Go ahead. Sige.
May news dyan, negative news eh. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Sige na, bro.
Parang, I think kakasuhan sila. Kasi binigyan ata sila ng malaking discount sa Pasig ng tax. For tax.
Oo, bro.
Yeah.
At din ang office yan eh. Malapit sa bahay ko. Pero, again, ano dyan pare, it's the market is a discounting machine, right? People with money, with resources are looking into the same stock. We're looking at the same freaking chart, bro. So pag nabasa na, we're looking at the same freaking news. So everyone's saying, we don't care. The stock will rally once again, and we're seeing it again today, that it will start rallying once again. Fantastic.
Talagang
JC, any thoughts? Parts?
Go ahead.
Saka yung DICT is heavily supporting the telco industry by allocating a huge or heavy funds for the infrastructure din eh. Lalo na yung Converge. Kung makikita natin yung chart niya talagang uptrend, no? So uso-uso yung look back talaga sa mga picks ni Moses. Talagang nagmamaterialize. And I guess Converge is also part of the blue chip company, which heavily influenced by also the rate cut din, no? Kasi basically lagi yung bonds tsaka stocks magkalaban yan eh. So investors are being attractive to higher yields from the bonds. Doon sila focus eh. Ngayon we cut the rates, baka mas attractive na si index. So we allocate heavy funds from the stocks. Kaya nag-i-increase din yung price kasi nagko-cost ng demand coming from the bond investors to stock investors.
Yan, bro. Again, I every time we do this show, I'm always surprised with how deep we get on this stuff. But again, Jay is alluding to another function of the rates. Di ba? All the while, pinag-uusapan natin yung the price of money, di ba? Expansion. But JC has just, opened another box towards yung alternative to equity. Kasi pag mataas ang rates mo, mataas ang bonds. So as an investor, yung dating 5%, 4% na kinikita mo, sabihin sa'yo ng market, hey, I'm gonna give you 6.5, 7% for the same risk that you take. Anong titake mo? Siyempre the safer one. So the reduction in interest rates can also mean the reduction of the yields coming from bonds. So kung ang requirement mo to invest is 9%, you're cutting it usually with a bond, right? So pag bumababa yung interest rates, then you need to take more risk. And then the stock market is one of the main areas to take risks. More than just, people borrowing more, companies expanding faster, but also the alternatives to the investment environment has gotten less attractive, right? So yung 0.25 na yun, dama yun, di ba? Another 100 bips, 150 bips, dama ulit yan, pare. So again, hopefully this paves the way for that fantastic easing cycle that we were alluding to. Hopefully we all make money during this period, guys. And again, morning huddle lang, kahit alam niyo yung bibili niyo, at least, diba? Listen to another side, Kung hindi man ting side mo, hopefully it is your side as well. But best to approach it with, prepared, It's better preparing for this one rather than just, bahala na tayo. Okay, so any other thoughts, gentlemen? before we leave your pick, Mr. Moses, sa akin, hot pa rin to. So, I guess yung pala yung question, gents, no? Let's start with Moses. So, given na tumaas na to, I think the next question in everyone's mind is, meron pa bang itatakbo to, Moses? What do you think?
Yeah, definitely dun sa yung candle na yan, yung volume or how large yung demand is. I'm thinking, meron pa tong iaangat si Converge. Pero personally, syempre, pag umangat yan ng sobrang bilis, it will also pull back. O magpapahinga muna yan before it starts again or it continues its next uptrend, diba? So yeah, to answer your question, Ed, definitely I'm thinking na it has still potential to move up further. Pero medyo may dadaanan na kasi yung resistance pag sa left side pag minove ni JC yung chart. Pero yeah, definitely.
Ako yan, bro.
Ay, ikaw ba yan, sir?
Move natin. Move ko lang.
Pero no need na, sir. Basta definitely it has a potential to move up. Then medyo may malapit na resistance na yun.
Yeah. Naman tayo dun sa pinag-usapan natin yan, diba? It's like a rubber band. From these lines, yung mga short to fast line, when the market moves too much upward, then it will need time for these things to catch up.
Yeah. Parang marathon rin kasi.
The relative. Yes, sir. Panat ka ng maaga, manghihina ka sa dulo, di ba? Babawi yan. Yung oversold RSI figures of 80.
Yeah.
So again, it will be time catching up to do for medyo choppy daw ako ulit. Yan na naman tayo sa internet natin dito. Okay, sige. Let's move forward tayo kay JC. Sir, anong pick natin ngayon? Hot.
Okay, ako hot ako dito sa Converge, as per Moses. No, kasi for the 2 consecutive weeks talaga nag-materialize yung pick niya. So I'm leaning towards his prediction. And also the chart, no?
Yeah.
Yan, sige, ako naman.
Sige. Stop screen na ako, gentlemen.
Yan, for my pick naman, uso kasi look back din. So I just want to also look back my previous pick, Ayala Energy Corporation, formerly AC Energy. No? A firm under Ayala Group. So basically, nung ni-recommend ko rin siya, up by 18% from the recommendation date and also yung income niya na ni-release from the first quarter of 2020. Also up by basically 34%. So titingnan natin yung chart.
Ito, I think, sir, mas banayad ng konti yung rally nito. No? So, think while we're putting up the charts, pare, pag-usapan mo natin, ano nga ba ulit yung negosyo ng Ascend, pare? This is trying into the renewable energy market. Para ba itong Tesla of the Philippines?
AC Energy or Ayala Corporation Energy Arm, no? So, basically, ito, owned by Ayala, no? Tapos, ang product niya is renewable energy, no? Emission gas, yung solar energy projects niya, and also yung mga windmill projects niya. Basically, everything that revolves around renewable energy, yun yung project niya and products, and that is also heavily supported by our government, no. And I guess for this one, no, for capital intensive renewable energy projects, isa rin siya sa nag-benefit ng they call this ng pag-cut ng interest rates, no, because lower interest rates can also translate to reduced borrowing cost, no, which is also crucial in an industry that relies heavily on long-term financing. So by making it cheaper, no, yung pag-finance ng mga projects, no, you can expect a little bit of acceleration from this development and potentially more investment yung magpo-flow into this sector, no. That could also derive the country's energy transition goal, kasi yun naman din yung main goal ng ng lahat ng countries, no. And yan, kung matitignan natin, nag-look yung chart ko for a bit.
Pero nag-share na ako ng chart, pare. Naka-emergency. So, you shift na lang. Ayan, bro. Sabi sa'yo.
Ayan.
Ay, sorry.
Ayan.
Mali pala. Yan pala yung next point ko, sir. That's Ali. So, let's move to Ascend. Again, you only have for comprehensive charting app, click Ascend and the normal stage. Ayan po. So that's the chart. Ngayon ang taas, no?
Ayan.
Sige, go ahead.
Ayan, from that recommendation, kung malulok back natin around July days, no, dito siya sa consolidation area tapos may breakout. So ngayon,
Sira na ulit yung crypto, guys. So,
Internet na lang sure mabagal.
Sige.
Share mo na lang dito ulit.
Ayan. So kung matitignan natin dito sa area na to, sa area na to, dito tayo nag-recommend doon sa consolidation area, then we are all expecting a breakout which happened on this area, no? So I think sinasabi ko sa inyo earlier na always be keen for pullbacks because we experienced pullbacks from the day of recommendation, and then that continue its upward trajectory. So yan.
Oh, yan. Yes, correct.
Kayo,
so
guys,
yung
ano masasabi niyo dito, guys?
O yung kaninang rubber band na sinasabi natin. Again, ang iba kasi gentleman yung recommendation out of, some thinking and science and familiarity with the market versus feeling ko lang tataas ito. So hindi ho tayo ganun sa morning huddle. So we're not just saying na, dapat ng discount na to, so kailangan bilhin natin. Not necessarily, right? It has to align with our house view, our view as people here in Seedbox, kung ano yung tingin namin magpapathrive sa inyo. So hindi lang siya basta-basta parang, sige, let's make them trade. Just come out with stocks na okay, no? So, me, in long-term perspective, we know that power is always a requirement for growing economies. So for me, I think in the index, you do have some power options there. But again, in terms of innovative power plays, nandyan si Ascend. At least how I see it, right? So as we go through, as we grow, hopefully beyond expectation, there's going to be a need for firms that will be able to push the boundaries on power as well. So for me, again, motherhood statement, that's, I guess, formed by many months of reading through news as well, and it has formed within me that idea. So again, the market is a discounting machine, no? And then based on that news, this is what the market is currently doing with Ascend. And I think we've done very well here. So JC, ilang percent kung naniwala ulit? Kung binili? 18% na ba?
Kung binili niyo siya, 18% from the day of recommendation, basically on that breakout line.
Kakainis na mag-aantay ka ng 3 years dyan dun sa 6% mo. Ito parang 2-3 weeks na nasa na. But again, we're not encouraging people to take unnecessary risks. Mayroon tayo talagang background dito of risk management. We have diversification. Parang gustong-gusto pa namin kayong wag mag-invest. Pero in reality talaga, we want you guys to invest but do it responsibly. So ikaw, parang hindi ito yung usual picks ni JC. Normally, and I expect sa kanya, puro gaming and siya. No? So I think right up your alley.
Pero
feedback here? Yeah.
Agree kay JC. Actually, pinag-usapan namin siya nung last previous weeks kasi yung chart nito talagang maganda talaga. Yung na-mention ni JC, na-mention ni JC, kumbaga nung nakita ko, if I saw this earlier pa nga, I would also include it dun sa active investing style ko. Pero medyo late ko na kasi nung nakita Pero pag tingin mo talaga yung trend niyan, yung previous months or even last year, pag wala kang proper strategy that you follow, parang parang pagbili mo, babagsak ulit yan ng babagsak. So, really you have to know kung anong style mo when it comes to investing or trading, diba? Para when it comes to yung mga ganong downturn na yun, for me personally as an active investor, gusto kong iwasan yung mga ganong pangyayari na yung nasa left side, mga last year na bagsak lang siya ng bagsak. So I want to avoid that and really to have a strategy to know na once na ito na yung ginawa ng stock na to, I know na tapos na yung pagbagsak niyan.
Yeah.
So start na yung trend up niyan or yung pagtaas ulit niyan. So with this, yung technicals niyan, pretty confident na start na yung uptrend cycle niya.
Correct.
Yeah,
so yan.
Pala.
Yeah. So again, parang sa mga I just want to share lang thoughts here, guys, no? Being a little bit older than you guys, no? So never, I think one of the lessons in life is never discount your intuition, yung gut feel mo about certain things. So remember, you're reading, you're constantly absorbing information. kahit wala yan dun sa conscious experience mo, pero nabasa mo yan, alam mo yan. So, that naman informs your gut about these things, right? So, kaya I like to highlight what Moses has mentioned. Again, very timely. I think we also put this as one of our stock knowledge items there, is to have your own view, have a high conviction on particular place. Because it's not enough that you, kunyari, again, as much as we want you guys to listen in the morning huddle and just execute, you have to read up on these things. You have to be convinced, right? Hindi lang sabi na, oy, okay yung CSN, bilhin natin yan. But when the SH, hits the fan and nagkagulo yung market, nagkagulo yung stocks, you have to remember why you're there. What strategy are you following? Now, for me, as a long-term investor, is the long-term prospect gone or not? Kasi if I react just, quickly, nag-correct yung market, I sell kaagad, then it's out of my wheelhouse. No? So, it's important to have that high conviction. Kahit yung gagawa ka ng something really drastic in your health, kunyari you're starting a new diet, kailangan mataas yung conviction mo. Alam mo dapat yung nangyayari. And in this particular companies, kahit anong kanta namin about these companies, kung hindi ka convinced, wala kang conviction over these picks, then you will not buy it. Or kung nagkaroon ng challenge, then you quickly sell. So it's important to do your own research. These are not investment advice that you can take offhand. We recommend people to read up on it and see how it fits your portfolio. Mga motherhood statements lang, guys. Kasi baka mamaya sabihin nila, makinig lang pala ako dyan. They start tracking us. Ito naman yung we challenge. Meaning we welcome that challenge. Again, kung may magkakamali man kami in terms of our process, then we can fix it, right? Kung mali yung process namin at it comes out with a lot of losses and measured with you guys, then we have to listen to you. What's a better way of getting to these fantastic deals? And guys, you can help us with this. Mga viewers natin. So again, if you don't see the QR code in the screen, make sure that you share your thoughts, share us what you think we should talk about, or are these things actually helping you? So I guess for me, notwithstanding, I see this as a hot stock pa rin. Kay JC, kahit medyo umangat-angat na siya, I would put in some company that's really innovative in combination with my other utilities in my portfolio and my stock and my index position. So how about you, Mr. Moses? Anong tingin mo sa surprisingly mid-cap stock ni JC? Mid-cap. Surprisingly mid-cap. Okay din, hot din. So, yep. All right, sige. I think that's all the time we have for our next section. Yung current section din, yung stock ideas, what's hot and what's not, or the game plan, whichever you want to call it. Again, we just want you guys to earn a lot of money in this part of the show.